So, so over the last, I'd say, 2 to 3 years, um, I've changed a lot of the views that I held. I wouldn't say that I even held political views or world views or anything like that before a couple years ago. I'm a huge science nerd, huge science geek. You know, that's where I focus a lot of my time and energy. Free time and energy into learning about stuff. Not necessarily learning, but just keeping on top of stuff and new information and the way science is always evolving and changing and things we're discovering. But over the last couple of years, I've been going through a change when it comes to my view on the way the world is going and the way America is going, especially. I've always been, on the fringe of a lot of stuff. I have my beliefs. I don't believe Oswald killed JFK. I think Bigfoot is real. UFOs have probably been here and aliens have probably landed. It's an infinite universe. You take a race that's 2 million years more advanced than us. What do we do when we find a new species? We study it. What will we do when we get space travel? We'll go to other planets. If we find less advanced species, we'll study them. It's whether you think I'm a kook, it doesn't matter. I'm just letting you in on a little bit more of me, I guess. But I'm not one of them fucking crazy whack jobs because I look at some of these people and I'm like, you're fucking nuts, But I have been evolving, as when it comes to tons of stuff, the police, abuse of power. I guess abuse of power is a big thing for me, and power comes in many forms. And I guess that's probably my thing. What I am, passionate about is people who abuse power, whether that be government officials or police or corporate types, corporations. Just abuse of power is probably, if I had to sum it up, that would be what I'm against, what I want to fight. Like what the hell am I gonna do? I make rant videos. Well, probably like maybe 3 months ago, I'm in a job where I meet tons of people. I've been all over the world except for Asia, so I guess I should say all over the world. I've lived in multiple parts of the country for extended periods of time, and Facebook was a way to keep up with people without actually having to pick up the phone and give them a call, which I loved. And I didn't have a fuck ton of friends. I had like 760, 770, and not only did it just get to be too many, to even keep up with, but it got to the point where, I only want to be around pretty much like-minded individuals, and I only want to hear from like-minded individuals. And I don't mean super crazy like me. You ain't got to fucking think the chupacabra is real to for me to be interested in what you have to say. That's not what I mean. But if something that is obvious to me, whether that be evolution or somebody abusing their power, or you not being told 100% of something by the government, if we have a different view on that, if you're going to preach Christianity to me and tell me I'm going to hell, and or if you're going to tell me that Osama bin Laden planned 9/11 and that the facts that we were given from the report that was done on it is 100%, and that's exactly what happened, and blah, blah, party line, let me tow it. sorry, I don't want to know you. I don't want to have anything to do with you. Now, that being said, you may be somebody that doesn't push your shit on me. I try not to push, but I'm an asshole sometimes, and of course I do. But I'm not just gonna, if I know it's a point of contention between us, I'm not just gonna fucking bring it up every time I see you. If there's other aspects to our relationship, that I enjoy, and we agree that there's certain stuff that we can't talk about, well, I'm totally cool with that too. As long as you're not, trying to shove your shit in my face, I won't, and I don't mean shit literally, I won't do it to you either. But news. I want to tell you where I get my news from. And when I say get my news, normally, unless it's like a hot topic and I want to jump right on it, normally I try and research it from all angles. But Associated Press, RT, Russia Today, I'll call it what it is. Russia Today. I love their fucking news. I can't see why you wouldn't. I think it's great. Like, really, it's giving me news that is a lot more factual and better conceived than a lot of other stuff like Drudge and Breitbart, even though I go to those as well. But, you could tell that RT's got some fucking money behind it, and they're doing it up right. They got motherfuckers in fucking Paris and DC and everywhere, and yeah, I follow Russia Today. I go to Gawker.com. No lie. Not the Gawker stalker shit, but Gawker, the website. I love, and the reason why I go to Gawker is because it's not just crap. Like they'll have the fucking the cute video of the week. It'll be a fucking kitty cat running around. Whatever. I like having that light part as well. But the Huffington, the Huffington Post or whatever the fuck it's called, Ariana's shit. I read that, and that's kind of one-sided. I go to a lot of different stuff. I love listening to Mancow Muller. I love listening to Alex Jones. I think Alex Jones goes a little bit too far sometimes, but I don't think he's doing it to get viewers. I think he does it because that's just him and he's that fucking fired up about it. I can deal with that. He's a fucking human being. I'm cool with it. I think he tries to play on it a little bit, but I don't think he's playing on it. I think he believes it. But until there's more information, I'm a little leery of some stuff before I'm willing to accept it. But if that shows you I'm not a fucking wacko, I don't know what will. But I can't understand people that that have a minimalist view and box themselves in to something. Whether it be where you get your news from, where you get your political stuff from. I can't do it, and that's just me. It's been a big change. I would love to be out there helping out, and I think in the near future I will be doing a lot more, helping in ways that I can't right now, just where I'm at. So yeah, if you are a close-minded individual, I guess, I don't want to know you, and the person that initially gave me the idea for this, I'm probably never going to talk to the guy again because I couldn't believe the stuff that was coming out of his mouth. Like I really couldn't. So okay with police brutality was like the first thing, like blaming protesters. The whole of protesters, not maybe the one bad apple that did something wrong, because like I always say, there's assholes everywhere. But blaming the protest movement, and not wanting to hold police accountable, and again I'll say, protesters don't have a badge. the police do. And they need to be held to a higher standard, I guess, than protesters. I know they're still human beings, but give me a break here, people. So that's it. A little bit of an insight into me. Who cares, right? Rant over.